The footage shows two construction workers attempting to manually erect and hold a large, vertical sheet of material, or wooden panel, in an upright position. Suddenly, one of the workers released their grip or ceased supporting the load. Due to the sheer weight and momentum of the material, the remaining worker was unable to brace the load alone, and the heavy panel immediately tipped over and fell onto him. This incident serves as a crucial safety mandate. All large, heavy construction components being placed in a vertical position must be immediately secured with mechanical bracing, shoring, or permanent fasteners. Never rely solely on manual effort to stabilize substantial materials. Effective teamwork and clear communication are essential, and workers must recognize when a load requires external support to prevent crushing injuries from uncontrolled falls. The video captures a moment inside a warehouse or workshop where a worker was operating a small industrial forklift. While the operator was attempting to reverse the machine, the forklift suddenly lost lateral stability and tipped over completely. This could be attributed to factors such as operator error, inadequate driving skill during the maneuver, or a possible equipment fault like a tire failure. Fortunately, the two nearby workers, or the operator and a nearby person, were unharmed. This incident serves as a crucial reminder. All forklift operators must receive comprehensive training in stability principles and safe maneuvering techniques. Equipment must be inspected daily for mechanical issues, especially concerning tires and counterweights. Operators must always drive slowly and carefully, especially when turning or reversing, to prevent tip-over accidents. The video captures a terrifying incident on a worksite where a lifting device, crane or hoist, was actively transporting a heavy load. Without warning, the sling, chain, or rigging equipment critically failed and snapped, causing the large, unsecured load to plummet directly to the ground. The object impacted the surface alarmingly close to a worker positioned in the immediate vicinity, though fortunately, no personnel were injured. This event serves as an urgent and severe safety warning. It is mandatory to meticulously inspect all lifting gear and rigging components for wear, damage, or defects before every single operation. Personnel are strictly forbidden from standing beneath or within the potential impact zone of any suspended load. Establishing and rigorously respecting a designated exclusion zone is paramount to mitigating the catastrophic risk posed by dropped materials. The video captures a sudden and severe incident on a construction site, reportedly near a university campus, involving a large mobile crane. While the crane was engaged in a lifting operation with a heavy load, it abruptly lost stability, likely due to a critical overload condition or ground failure, and collapsed completely onto the site. This event serves as an extremely urgent safety warning. It is absolutely mandatory that lifting equipment is never operated beyond the manufacturer's specified load chart limits. All hoisting activities require thorough pre-job planning, precise weight calculation, and verification of absolute ground stability and outrigger setup before the lift commences. Rigorous adherence to these protocols is essential to prevent the catastrophic failure of lifting machinery. The video documents a severe incident inside a warehouse where a forklift operator was maneuvering the machine. Due to an operational error, the operator collided forcefully with the structural support of a storage rack system. This impact instantly triggered a catastrophic domino effect, causing multiple racks to completely collapse, sending inventory and potentially heavy stored equipment tumbling to the floor. This event serves as a serious warning. Forklift operators must maintain slow speeds, extreme caution, and strict adherence to designated travel paths to prevent any contact with racking systems. Furthermore, racking must be regularly inspected for damage, and inventory must be stored correctly, ensuring loads are distributed properly and within the rack's capacity to prevent chain reaction collapses. The video captures a construction scene where workers were using a crane to hoist a large timber structure or building component. Due to inappropriate, worn, or incorrectly applied slings and rigging techniques, the load slipped free from its restraints and dropped forcefully. The heavy component impacted and caused significant damage to the partially constructed structure below. This incident serves as a critical warning. It is mandatory to use appropriately rated, certified, and damage-free slings and rigging gear that are suited to the shape and weight of the load. There must be zero tolerance for using damaged rigging or attempting to lift an unbalanced load, as this leads to a dangerous loss of load control, resulting in substantial property loss and placing personnel in extreme jeopardy. The video captures an incident within a material handling area or warehouse, where an operator was utilizing a stand-up forklift. During maneuvering or an attempt to position a load, the operator executed the action too quickly, lacked necessary control, or misjudged the required space. This lapse in skill resulted in the forklift colliding or suddenly destabilizing, causing the large, heavy load on the forks to tip, spill, and scatter across the floor. This event serves as a serious and direct warning. Comprehensive, certified forklift operator training is absolutely crucial. Operators must always travel at slow, controlled speeds and manage their load with extreme precision. Sudden stops, rapid acceleration, or jerky movements are strictly prohibited as they compromise the stability of the elevated load, jeopardizing both inventory and personnel safety. The video captures the process of workers attempting to unload bundles of long aluminum or metal stock from a flatbed truck. Suddenly, the load shifted and lost its stability, causing the entire stack of metal bars to violently tumble and crash down from the truck bed. The falling material landed alarmingly close to a worker standing immediately adjacent to the vehicle, who fortunately managed to swiftly step clear. This incident serves as a serious warning. Personnel are strictly prohibited from entering the line of fire, the area where a load could potentially swing, fall, or roll during loading and unloading. Mechanical supports, such as adequate chocks or braces, are mandatory to ensure the load remains absolutely secure and stable throughout the entire offloading process, preventing sudden and disastrous collapses. The video documents a worker utilizing an extension ladder to perform tasks at an elevated height on a construction site. Alarmingly, the base of the ladder was not properly secured or anchored to the ground or the supporting structure. As the worker moved or performed the task, the ladder's base suddenly slipped out and lost its footing. Simultaneously, the person who was bracing the ladder moved away from the base, instantly removing crucial stability. This failure caused both the ladder and the worker to fall forcefully to the ground. This incident serves as a severe warning. It is mandatory to strictly adhere to fundamental ladder safety rules, including securing both the base and the top of the ladder before ascending. The ladder must always be placed on a firm, level surface and set at the correct, safe angle, the 4:1 ratio. Furthermore, if a spotter is required, they must maintain their position and attention until the worker has safely descended to prevent catastrophic sliding and falling accidents. The video documents an incident during the unloading process where a worker was attempting to manually push or dislodge a large, heavy material or piece of cargo from the bed of a truck. Due to the load being jammed or critically unstable, when force was finally applied, it suddenly and violently rebounded. The unexpected, massive force propelled the worker sharply into the air before they fell onto the ground. This event serves as a serious warning. Appropriate mechanical handling equipment, such as forklifts or cranes, must be used to manage large, heavy, or potentially unstable loads. It is strictly prohibited to use human force to attempt to dislodge stuck or unbalanced freight, as this places workers directly in the line of fire, the path of energy released by an unexpectedly freed or shifting load.